Welcome back to another segment of Community Tapestry. And if you're just joining us, my name is Napoleon Bell, and I'm the Executive Director with the City of Columbus, and we've got Miss Toni Teague.
Nice to be here again.
Glad to have you here again on the second segment.
Thank you.
Of our program. But also, the summer months are coming. They're right around the corner, and thinking about that, many people here, we think about races, and there are so many races that are happening, for good causes,
Mm-hmm.
and one of those being the Susan G. Komen Race for the Cure.
Yeah.
And we're racing for the cure, not only that day, but each and every day that we need to continue to do that. And we have a great person here, Ms. Darlene Matthews. I'd like to welcome you to the program.
Thank you for inviting me.
You have been racing for the cure, and you've got a team that is racing for the cure.
Right, you've got a team and a testimony.
Right.
Team and a testimony. But first, before we get into that, let's talk about you. You are a survivor yourself.
12 years.
12
years.
Congratulations.
That is.
Thank you. It's great.
Now, being a 12-year survivor, and we think about hereditary. Is this hereditary? Does cancer, does it run in your family?
My aunt was a survivor.
Okay.
She passed a couple of years ago.
Okay.
But as a little girl, I remember that. And and back in those days, it's not like today. Mm-hmm. So that was always a fear of mine. So for some reason, I'm the one that took it on in our family.
Wow. Okay. So is this now is that the impetus of saying, I'm going to put everything I have to fight, cancer for not only myself but also for others?
Of course, in my family, we have one male in each generation. So it's a family full of women, and I'm determined. I want my nieces to know that I did all that I could do to help find a cure, so they don't have to go through this. And I have a daughter, so I don't want anybody in my family I just think this is the worst thing that can happen to a lady. So I'm doing all that I can do to help bring awareness to our community, and to help get the word out, and to help raise funds so we can find a cure for this.
So how did you get involved in the fight against breast cancer?
When I was diagnosed, after chemo, after doing everything, I still wasn't back to myself. And my doctor recommended some programs for me to go to, but I was so stuck on I can't afford this. And Komen paid for it, and I didn't know anything about Komen. You see on the news them doing the race, but it was not like in our community, so I really never paid attention to it. And then Komen funded a lot of things that helped me get to where I'm at now.
So they're funding more than just the race, and they're funding more than just research. It sounds like they're taking.
Oh, they do a lot of projects. Komen pays for a lot of things, that the mammograms, the health screenings, to get you back on track. So it's a lot of things. I went through an exercise program funded by Komen. I went through a Look Good, Feel Better program funded by Komen. So it was a lot of things that I went through to help me get back on track that was funded by Komen.
Well, that's important to know, because I know a lot of times when you think about you're donating to an organization or sponsoring someone to be part of the race, you don't really hear the totality of where those dollars go. So it's nice to hear how far they go.
I'm on the board now with Komen, so I know where the money goes because I sit and help vote on it. But 75% of that money stays right here in our community, and it goes to research, and it goes to fund other programs for women. So I know, the money goes in the right direction.
Now, you said something about our community. Are you saying in regards to the African American community of having or knowing, where to go or that, where to go about getting treated and or making sure preventative health care?
75% of the money stays in Ohio, in our region. Mm-hmm. But when African Americans need things, it's available, and a lot of those programs are funded by Komen that we receive as a community. That's why I'm working with our community, with the African American community, because we need to give back to an organization that is definitely helping us.
Mm-hmm.
That's important.
Yeah, that's very important. We have to start giving back to these organizations. If it's not Komen, but if it's an organization that's helping us, we need to be aware of that, and we need to give back to them. We need to start being held accountable to who's helping us.
Now, what are you doing then to make sure that happens? I mean, I understand you have a pretty good team of people that are making that happen.
Yeah, we do. We've grown in 9 years. I started out with 7 people. Last year we were at 270. Wow. So my church, I go to Faith Ministries. My church, they know I'm after them. I mean, I'm like a stalker for 3 months. The beauty salon. So we, friends, family, anybody I see, I got a registration form because we need you. And we ask everyone to ask 20 people to sponsor you $5. So if we have 300 people this year and everybody turn in $100, that's $30,000 that we can turn in.
Wow.
That's great.
That is great for research and helping the community.
Right, right.
So how else have you gotten your team to grow, and what are your goals for this year?
This year, my goal is 300 people, from 270 to 300. We've outgrown all locations. Linden Elementary School, they've been so nice, and we outgrew them last year. Their gym wasn't large enough, so this year we're going to the church, the Faith Ministries, and we provide buses to take you downtown to the site, and the buses pick you back up. We serve breakfast, we serve lunch, and we just make it happen.
Now your team, is what's the name of the team? Because every team's got to have a name.
Team Beauty All Over.
Team Beauty All Over. Now, I was looking at some pictures of Team Beauty All Over, and they were some pretty wild pictures with the big pink afros and going on.
That's our signature. Because
that's your signature.
Our goal is to bring awareness to the African American community.
Okay.
This is our disease. When I got diagnosed, I never really heard much about breast cancer. Nobody talked about it. It was like a hidden secret, and it was as if we've done something wrong. But now we're talking about it. If you see me, we're going to talk about it.
All
We're
right.
going to talk
All
about
right.
this. I mean, if there was decisions that I made concerning my health that I would have done differently if I had someone of color that I could relate to, that could talk to me before the surgery, and I would have done things a lot differently.
Wow.
So now I'm there. I mean, ladies come to the salon all the time that I don't even know that's been diagnosed.
So they just hear about you.
Somebody here, yeah. I mean, the word is out
They
there.
say, go talk to Darlene.
I mean, I just figured God put me in this position for a reason, so I don't want to lose my trend.
You said hair salon.
I have a hair salon.
So what's the name of the hair salon?
Beauty All Over.
Beauty All Over. All right.
Yeah,
Where's that located?
I'm in the Linden area, 2553 Cleveland Avenue.
Okay.
We give away free wigs, and that's through another organization to anybody that's been diagnosed with any kind of cancer. So and information's always there. If you got a problem, there's information there to send you where you need to go.
Right. So people can should go there. When they're thinking about signing up for the race,
They can
being
come.
part of the team.
That's right. They can come to Beauty All Over, 2553 Cleveland Avenue, or they can go to Faith Ministries Church, 2747 Agler Road, and we're registering there after both services.
Okay. Now, you're talking about women. I mean, do men get involved in this team? Can I be a part of the team?
Now, if you say that, she's gonna she's gonna get you in
I was just asking.
No, we have a poster now. Real
Okay.
men wear pink, and they have on their pink afro wigs.
Okay.
And so now the men are involved because men are being diagnosed with breast cancer. This is just not our disease.
There you go.
Yeah, this is an equal opportunity disease. So men are being diagnosed now. So, and men need to know about this so they know how to support their wives, if ever.
Right.
their wives and daughters.
Right. Any other family members. Let me go back a second, because you talked about you would have done things differently if you'd have known a little earlier or known specific information. What would that have been that you would have done differently?
I did have one breast removed and rebuilt. But if I had known how excellent that looked, I would have had both of them done just so I wouldn't have to think about this. But I didn't have a woman of color. I mean, there was women there to talk to me and guide me through, but it wasn't like I was looking at me. So now when I come across women, I mean, they're comfortable in whatever choice they make. I tell everybody, this is your cancer. No two cancers are alike. But at least when you see someone it's just the unknown that is more detrimental than anything.
I hope we see a book in your future of you the breast cancer Sherpa guiding us through the process, because it does sound pretty daunting.
It's a lot of fear there, and it's really of the unknown. So as long as we have other women that you can relate to, that really helps get you through it.
Right.
Well, and speaking of that, do you have, either at the salon or whatever, do you have like ongoing conversations or groups, you know, kind of like a group therapy or somebody, you know, to have that person to connect with.
Oh, yes, and I also have people don't understand what it takes to take care of someone going through breast cancer. So the co-survivors, that's what we call the people that's taking care of the survivor.
Okay.
And so the Sharon Bridges, she was a high school friend of mine, and we go to church together. And between her and my daughter, they did a good job taking care of me. So now they talk to the women's families to help them and guide them through, to let them know what's helpful and what isn't helpful. So we do everything. We try to touch on everything to help get you through it.
That's amazing.
That is. So once again, if somebody wants to get involved, our viewing audience, they want to go, they want to sign up to be part of Team Beauty All Over, how do they do it?
2553 Cleveland Avenue. My phone number is 614-402-1689. And we need you. I feel like a little kid on it. We need you.
Well, I'm feeling beautiful all over. I'm ready to do this.
You ready to put on the pink afro?
There you go.
All right,
Yeah,
this is great.
it's a great day. It really is. And once you do it, I mean, it's emotional, but it's a great day to see all those pink T-shirts and know that those are survivors, and it's going to be a cure for this.
Most
and I'm going to feel
definitely.
good because I know that we were a part of it.
That's
Most
right.
definitely. And so it's May 17th, right?
May 17th,
Okay.
downtown.
Got to make sure.
40,000
everyone's there.
people.
40,000.
And we're trying to raise $700,000 this year.
There you go.
So
we
that's
have
our
to make
goal.
it 40,002.
Right. With the pink Afro wigs.
That's
Pink Afro
I'll
wigs.
make sure you get one.
All right. All right.
Thanks. It was a joy to have
Thank you
on
so
our
much
show.
for inviting me.
Thank you so much, and we look forward to the date.
Thank
All right.
you.
Well, thank you, and we'll be right back after these words.